Alright, everybody, back to Dark Souls 2. I want to go do some boss battles. I want to go fight the Dragon Rider and Ornstein. Now, his name may technically not be Ornstein here in Dark Souls 2, but he'll always be Ornstein to me. I just miss Smo, though. I really do. Poor Smo. Alright, now I've already been to Heidi's Tower of Flame, or Blue Flame Tower, or whatever that place is called. Anyway, I already have that bonfire unlocked, so I can save a little travel time now. I went there earlier to go get my bone dust from the big mace-wielding giant, who will not respawn. That is a once per playthrough. Now I could use an ascetic right here, bonfire ascetic, and get him to respawn and get another bone dust right now if I wanted to. But yeah, I'm not needing to make anything any harder right now. I'm just getting by as it is, so. Okay, we still haven't leveled a lot, and we're not going to level a whole lot more, at least not in the near future. The only leveling I'll be doing later is essentially to equip the gear that I want and kind of even out my endurance, my vitality, my adaptability, and things of that nature. One thing which doesn't seem to be talked about a lot, but is a factor, is that when you add points evenly throughout basically most of your stats, I don't mean just make a straight mundane build, but if you leave one completely unaccounted for, like say endurance or vitality or any one of the traits there, even dexterity and strength fall into this category. If you leave some of those undone, it actually can affect your defenses a little bit. You can raise your defenses simply by putting a few points and keeping those things more or less even, which I will be doing. You know, everything's going to be at least minimum of 15 or 16. I'll usually go up to around 20 or so, to the point where you start losing returns. What I mean by that is each point starts giving you less towards that particular thing, whether it be endurance or hit points, you know, or whatever. You even start seeing diminishing returns in the damage bonuses to your weapons through, say, like strength and dexterity once you get to a certain point. I don't remember if the cutoff point is 20 or 30. Remember in Dark Souls it was basically 40. You know, anything after 40 was cut in half or worse, especially when it came to your health, which I believe your health was called vitality in the first Dark Souls. In this one, vitality has to do with your equipment weight, which used to be endurance. Now endurance is simply your endurance. But I believe it also affects your resistance to something. Or anyway, they've changed it up a little bit. They've essentially added a stat. Seems to me basically what they've done here. Alright, so good so far. I'm going to leave the rings in the boss arena down because I want to try to get that boss to fall off the edge. I've seen it done, and I want to do it. Just because. Now, I didn't have to kill all these guys. I essentially could have run through here and made this jump that I've also seen done, where you can just jump down to that platform down there from up here, but I'm not going to try it right now. Haven't done it before, and I'm sure I'm subject to an epic fail, and things are going pretty good here. There's a chest there, but I don't need this guy sneaking up on me and knocking me off the platform while I'm trying to get my stuff. Of course, I also don't need him hitting me in my face with that big two-handed sword either. That's a big old sword, isn't it? Actually kind of cool. Problem is when you get old knight stuff, it seems like the durability is little or nothing on old knight gear. Though I believe the Old Knight armor, there is one piece of it that once it fully degrades down to nothing, it explodes or something. I know you have a ring that does that. Basically, when you get attacked, it leaves a small fireball for whoever's attacking you. I believe the Old Knight armor, one of the pieces, or all the pieces, I don't know. Anyway, well, I couldn't get him to fall off, and yeah, too bad there's no kick move here, like there was in Dark Souls 1. Maybe I could have nudged him off the edge there, but that's fine. I guess I'll fight him the old-fashioned way, with a whole lot less room to work with. I just cannot get this guy to drop. I'm sure it's my fault. I guess you have to let him walk forward a little bit more, or something. And that almost ended it right there. And I rolled. I rolled. I pressed the dodge button much before that I don't believe I was out of stamina either. But, yeah, whatever. Whatever. I'm not trying to hear that nonsense. Okay, well, I'm not fixing I'm not fixing to go through all this again. These nights are just going to have to do without my services. I have an appointment to keep with a certain Knightrider down there now. You know what? I am going to try to make this jump now. I really don't have anything to lose. Huh? Hey, that's pretty cool. Okay. I can honestly say I've never done that before. Really? I rolled. I did. I rolled. My controller gets confused sometimes. I really do. Well, somebody went off the edge at least. Yeah, I know. Damn it. Alright, so now that I've become masterful at this jump here. Alright, you and me, buddy. What's up, punk? Let me get a fall off the edge. Huh? What? Really? It's like he almost wants to walk off the edge and he's saying, nah, thumbing his nose at me or something. Whatever. Got you. I'm owning you. I'm owning you these ninja-like maneuvers. And thus, the price you pay for getting greedy. I have no stamina pool right now. I can get away with a swing and a dodge. A swing and a dodge. And I'm doing plenty of damage, even now with my low, unupgraded weapons here, where I didn't have to get greedy. My fault. My fault. I honestly never had any trouble with this guy. I really haven't. I'm sure y'all believe me, too. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Come on, punk. Come on, punk. Oh, I got it. Really? Okay, well, he's obviously not going to go off the ledge for me, so I'm through with that. I'm going to try to make this look pretty now. That. Like that. Like that. Huh? I wish it had gone off the edge right there. That'd have been classic. Yeah, I almost rolled myself right off the edge there. That? Controller's not getting confused now. Bye-bye. And this is where Dark Souls can be kind of rewarding. You get into a tough thing, and then when you finally overcome it, when you finally beat it, once again, I say Dark Souls 1 a little more than this one. You know, in 1, sometimes things would be just terribly tedious and difficult, and bosses were just evil, and you were cussing them and almost strangling your controller to death, and then you finally beat them, and it'd be like, yeah! On this one, it's more like, yeah, I died a bunch, I'm getting tired of dying, and then when I beat him, it's a relief of, yeah, finally, you know. But still, Dark Souls does kind of reward you for getting past challenging areas. Now, this lady acts as a merchant. She will respawn back in Majula down there in that area, and I can go straight back to her basically right now if I wanted to, and go to another area. That's not the order I want to do things in now, but it could be, you know, if that was my choice. Anyway, she controls this turning door, which opens up basically a new little path that you can follow that leads to essentially the rest of the game. So here, I went ahead and got a summons to go fight Ornstein. Ornstein has a bad habit of breaking my block, breaking my poise, then finishing me off with some overpowered two-handed spear attack type of thing. And seeing as I wasn't doing exceptionally well with the Dragon Rider, Ornstein's a little bit tougher, I'd say. His moves are less broadcast anyway, and less patterned. he can do some more random stuff, and he has some AoE attacks and things of that nature. Instead of lightning, he seems to be working with hexes, dark magic, whatever. Now, this guy that I've summoned, see that he's already gold, so that turning door I was talking about leads you to some areas where you eventually get to find the Sunbro Covenant. So this guy has apparently already done that, and he has an OP two-handed weapon, which means he's probably cleared out the Lost Bastille. Also, gotten access to the smith there. I'm just assuming. Which means he's been up by the Smelter Demon too and gotten his, what's it called, the Dole Ember or whatever that you give the blacksmith there in the Lost Bastille. Behind the hidden wall that you blow up. Anyway, he will put enchantments on your weapons. I'll eventually get to that point. I'm in no hurry now. I have lightning on my right and fire on my left. Really just concerned with upgrading these weapons as it is. The only scaling I'm going to have on my weapons essentially is just from upgrading them. I'm not going to have a lot of bonuses from Faith or Intelligence, but lower levels, it doesn't really matter. A fully upgraded weapon does a fine amount of damage. You get into New Game Plus and Plus Plus and anything after that, running with these same weapons, then I would probably have to rely on some Faith and Intelligence and things to scale the fire and lightning effects or whatever I have on them. Then even get to the point where you start using things like Resonant Weapon and Sunlight Blade or whatever, different things like that. And you're going to need a high amount of Intelligence and or Faith to use those particular things, so... But I'm not going to worry about that. Not at low level. We actually do decent work with this guy. This guy definitely knows how to play. He can obviously do his thing. Running around in minimal gear, so he's confident in his dodging skills. Well, I know he's been to the Earthen Keep. He's wearing the, what is it, the Sun Sorceress dress, or whatever she's called. They have some mages that throw some pretty high caliber pyromancy spells at you up there in the Earthen Keep, and I believe that's their outfit, or she's wearing at least a piece or two of it. If I recognize it correctly, I may be wrong here. Alright, and just on the other side of Ornstein is a bonfire down here, and I believe there's some pillars next to this bonfire where you go, and it's similar to the Blood Covenant. You basically just sign up for duels, and you get in there with another Sunbro, and not Sunbro, but another one of the Sentinels, Blue Sentinels, and go have a duel. It's going to be fun doing all that. I would strongly recommend going in there with a much higher level character, because just about everyone else is going to be. I don't believe there's a level cap for this either. So you need to go in confident that you can beat anyone with your particular build up to level 999 on down, or whatever the level cap is, 777 or something like that. And you will find people that are in the 300s and 400s. I remember in Dark Souls there was pretty much categories. You were either basically under level 40 or 50, or you were over level, say, 110, 120. There really wasn't a whole lot of in between. One of my favorite characters, I want to say I was right at 40, like 36, between 36 and 40 somewhere. And then another one that was right at 70. And one of the things I really like to do was have the Ring of Favor instead of Havel's Ring, and still be able to fast roll in medium heavy armor, where I had enough poise to withstand a two-handed attack from a greatsword, which I think you needed 47. It's either 43 or 47 to keep from getting your poise broken. You could take a hit, you'd take the damage, but you wouldn't move, you wouldn't even twitch, and that would keep me in the fight sometimes. But and here, the level cap, I don't know, people don't really respect a level cap. It doesn't seem to, unless you have organized fight clubs where everyone agrees that you don't exceed this level. You have to be a certain level or under to get in, and that sounds cool. I wouldn't mind joining a fight club where everyone was, I don't know, say somewhere in the 30 to 60 range. That cancels out a lot of the way OP magic. Unless somebody's just done ascetic after ascetic and gotten all the herbs that you lower your faith and intelligence requirements for. Now that, you know, we can't really do anything about that. If somebody's casting a 40-level spell with 8 faith, you know, then what can you do? All right, but anyway, that's it. And then we're going to head to the docks here, the Cursed Docks, where the ghost ships are. All right? Y'all take care. Thanks for watching, everybody. I put links to more Dark Souls in the top box, and for complete listings of all my videos, click on the bottom box. And to subscribe and join the Ninja Flip, smash on that button up top. You can also follow on Facebook and Twitter to get notified when new videos are up. The links are below in the artwork and in the About section. Y'all take care.